Hey there, this is Rick Moore. Today I'm going to be showing you around an application that I built for Mod 4 of the Flatiron School software engineering program. This is an app that I built completely in JavaScript, just vanilla JavaScript using the Web Audio API, and it's called Pantam, which is kind of a nickname for this instrument. It's an unusual instrument. You may or may not be familiar with it. It's a drum that you play with your hands, typically. And they come tuned to one scale. And I thought it would be fun to build an application that you could change the notes of the scale, play different scales, experiment with different scales, save those scales, and then also add some effects and play the drum that you built, the instrument that you built using the keyboard. So as we jump right in, this is a pretty common scale that you see these drums tuned to, and they're typically 9 notes. So each of these scales will use 9 notes. The drum is such an expressive instrument, and there's so many different ways that you can hit the drum. Now, I was able to get it down to just 3 sort of levels of expression, and the way I did that was by putting the soft taps of the drum on the bottom, down here. So that's like kind of the bottom keys, gives you the bottom notes. The middle keys are the next level, and the top so each of these rows are the same notes. Just played at different levels. So that's sort of the playing mechanic. And I did put a little help page in here to remind you these are the notes. And then there's the 3 levels of expression that you can play with. Here we have our note select menu that comes down, and you can select each of the notes. On this side, we have an effects menu that lets you play with some effects. So I thought it would be fun to just find a common scale for these instruments and program it in and save it. And we'll see where it goes from there. All right, I found this Celtic minor scale. So it's in B, and my lowest note that I have of my samples is a C. So I'm just going to transpose this. It's kind of a C minor-ish scale. I'm just going to use the A flat as my top note, just because I think it would be interesting. And this gives us a new scale now, and we can play that scale. Cool, I like that. That's a fun scale. So this, I'm going to go ahead and save it. Just click here and we can name it, and this is going to be a C Celtic minor, if I can spell. Go ahead and save that. And that saved our C Celtic minor, and that populates into our list. So I can go back to our F standard scale. And if I want to switch over to the C Celtic minor, I can just switch it back. Cool. So now if I want to, I can go in and actually play with some effects that we have here. I've added a little bit of a delay and a little bit of a reverb. So here we have a little bit of delay. If you just put some delay in, and when I hit one note, you hear that note repeats. And we can feed that delay back into itself and have it repeat multiple times. Change the speed of that delay with the delay time. We can make it faster. And now we can start shaping some really cool soundscapes using these effects. If I wanted to take it and put it in a space, right now we're in a room. You can really hear the room. If I just turn the wet signal all the way up, if I bring up the dry, we can hear that space. If we wanted to put it in a hall, it's a little bit bigger of a space. If we want to bring back some of that delay, We can take the output of this sound that we have now and actually put it right into Logic. And there we go. We just add in a few effects, a little bit of drums, a little bit of bass, and create a loop out of what we just recorded. And here we go. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this demo of Pantam, and I will see you next time. Cheers.